Throughout the 15th century, one family ruled Florence, Italy. With its vast wealth and immense political power, they built a banking empire that would change the financial world forever. This family was known as Medici. First notable Medici, Salvestro de' Medici, came to power in the mid-14th century as gonfaloniere, or standard bearer, in the high ceremonial office inside Florence. During his time in office, Salvestro angered the nobility by reviving laws that restricted their power. Because of this, he would soon find himself leading the common people in what would be known as the Revolt of the Chianti, which was a revolution led by a group of lower-class workers seeking better working conditions and benefits. They weren't happy that their minor guilds were ineffective in comparison to the nobles' major guilds. The commoners were angered even more when the nobility started complaining about having less power when they themselves didn't have any. Soon, textile laborers and many other workers from the lower classes began to make threats towards the nobility. The tensions between the two rose until the threats became actions, and the common people started burning down the houses of the nobles. The revolt was ultimately a success, and the people put Salvestro in charge of Florence. Although he seemed like the right man for the job, Salvestro became power-hungry and dictated Florence very harshly. He was finally exiled in 1382.
It's a giorno fury!
The family's fortune declined until Giovanni de' Medici came into power. Giovanni was a clever man who was credited for founding what became the Medici Bank. By finding success in business and gaining exclusive ownership over the papal account, Medici soon became one of the wealthiest families in all of Italy.
Abbiamo tutti I soldi!
Giovanni wasn't very interested in politics unless it affected his bank or family, and usually decided to pay the fine that came with not getting involved instead of actually participating. However, he finally decided to serve as gonfaloniere in 1421 with great success. He also started the family tradition of promoting fine art, which would continue thanks to future family members such as Lorenzo the Magnificent. He was also famous for hiring Brunelleschi to design and build the Great Dome with old sacristy atop the church of St. Lorenzo in 1419.
Giovanni's son, Cosimo il Vecchio, was another important Medici and is considered to be the founder of the political fortunes of the family. He inherited both his wealth and his expertise in business from his father. He was eventually named Prior of the Republic in Florence, and he later acted frequently as Florence's ambassador, showing a prudence, which earned him the respect of the people. Though he was often not found in the public office, he ran much of Florence behind the scenes. He later lost his power momentarily in a power struggle with another powerful family, the Albizzi, and he was banished. However, upon being exiled, he took the bank with him, and when the bank left, the people of Florence left too. While he was gone, Florence started falling into financial ruin, which gave him the support of the people he needed to return to power in 1434. With his return, the Albizzi were banished, and Cosimo ruled the city as an uncrowned king for the rest of his life. Under his rule, Florence prospered, as well as the rest of Italy. He worked to help resolve conflict and find a balance of power between Florence, Naples, Venice, and Milan during the wars in Lombardy, and discouraged outside powers such as the French and the Holy Roman Empire from interfering. He also convinced Pope Eugene IV to move the Ecumenical Council, an important religious council that discussed and settled matters of the church doctrine and practice, to Florence, which caused an explosion in the cultural audience. He also used his wealth and power to create universities and libraries.
And there you have it. Events transpired, great men found success, and the Medici family totally dropped it like it was hot. But the question remains, who should be accredited for these accomplishments? Great men or great forces? The extensive research that has resulted in the completion of this documentary has shown me that while both play a vital role in the formation of history, great men will always be the deciding factor. While these men would not have been able to accomplish what they did without the opportunities given to them, these opportunities were created by the great men that came before. Furthermore, these opportunities would have gone to waste without great men to take advantage of them. History has, and always will be, carved into the halls of time by the actions of great men. Thank you